안녕하세요 여러분들. Good night and good morning. 좋은 아침이에요. Good morning everybody. Here I am in Istanbul. Yet another beautiful but kind of warm autumn morning. Today is hitting like 18 degrees Celsius. That's why I see right now I'm wearing so little today. Whereas in the previous episodes I'll be wearing like padded jacket. Yeah. Today I'm at this very chic, very lovely, very quiet neighborhood. It's a very quiet neighborhood. Here, a lot of such neighborhoods here. A very beautiful little terrace, a very mini little terrace where I have my own stuff set up. Let me show you guys a little bit about this. See, the restaurant actually goes in here, and that's the restaurant terrace up there. And then people dining here, a very up class. I'm just gonna take here, very up class setting. Yeah, it's a jazz kind of place. And today, I'm just gonna be sitting out here in this terrace. I really love this terrace because you can get a very good view, beautiful skies, and then a lot of trees around. One of the see, this is beautiful tree. This is an autumn tree turned all yellow. See, one of the things I really like about Istanbul is how green this city is. Everywhere there's a lot of trees and a lot of life. And yes, good morning, good night, and everybody in Singapore, in America. Welcome once again to my morning live stream. And remember to mash my like button, mash the like button, mash the like button. Hello, Brian. Hello, good morning, Laura. And another Atas Cafe. Yes, this one is really Atas. And what do I have here? Actually, a breakfast set. Look at that. Today I'm having kind of like breakfast. You may be wondering, why has my morning coffee become morning breakfast? Why? Because there's actually two kinds of cafes here in Istanbul largely. One is coffee cafe, like coffee house, and another ones are breakfast places. They serve, but this is a breakfast place. So basically, this is not a cafe. This is a restaurant. So in order to eat at a restaurant, to me, it's kind of like it's kind of like very luxury, yeah, to just order coffee without something to eat. So that's why I end up ordering myself a scrambled egg. Turkish people have eggs for breakfast very often. Eggs is like a staple for breakfast here. Let's see. And of course some bread. Breads are always like free flow in. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Laura. Laura, beautiful. Enjoy the breakfast. Thank you. Of course, I'm not really here for the breakfast. I'm here for the chit chat. Do you guys like this new timing that I start my coffee chat? I deliberately reorganize my schedule. I reorganize my daily routine so that right now I put some of my stuff in the morning so that I leave home later for coffee. Why? Because I realized that most of you come on in the past, okay, during the 30th minute or so of my live stream. So if I start 30 minutes later like now, then I get more people right off the bat, right? Yeah. So I guess it's working, yeah. Thank you, Brian. Smash the like button, Brian. Thank you. For those of you who are new to my live stream, every morning I go to a different cafe here in Istanbul and just have an hour or so of coffee chat about life, chat about Istanbul, the surrounding. Good morning, Andy. Oh, my usual crew are back. Really, I think I'm gonna stick to this new routine. You guys realize I changed my routine. I actually start my live streaming about half an hour later than usual right now. And in order to do that, I move some of my afternoon things to the morning. So after meditation, after my morning yoga and meditation, I actually do some of the stuff that I'm supposed to do in the afternoon in the morning, like editing my video for the day in the morning, so that I leave home half an hour later and be able to start half an hour later where most of you are actually on. Yeah, I think this is working. You see, 10 viewers right off the bat, man. 10. And good morning, good night, and let's see. Yasmin, afiyet olsun. Teşekkür ederim. Afiyet olsun here in Turkish means bon appetit. Brian, are you doing any anti-aging videos soon? Oh, Brian, my videos run on a schedule. So anti-aging videos are every Monday. If you look at my channel right now, you get one anti-aging video every week, one travel video every week, one overseas Singaporean video every week, one purpose of life video every week, one success series every week, story world once every week, meditation. So I actually have like 7 themes and language and Korean language. So I have 7 themes running throughout the week. Okay, so stay tuned. Oh, interesting. That's the dog walkers. You know, I'm making a video about dog walkers in Istanbul, so stay tuned for that. I'm really like takes me a long time to make this video. Overseas misadventures. Next week, I'm not sure. I don't know. Overseas Singaporean series is also once a week, yeah. So the next time I talk about my overseas experience is next week. And next week, what am I gonna talk about? I'm not sure. I don't plan ahead, right? Remember? So, wow, 13 viewers. Wow, welcome. And Brian, when is Limpeh coming over to join you? Next month, she's coming. So we're gonna spend Christmas here together. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I'm upgrading coffee chat to breakfast chat. Why? Because there's 2 kinds of cafes here actually. One is coffee cafe, one is breakfast cafe. And this is a breakfast cafe. So breakfast cafe literally is a restaurant. So you don't go into a restaurant just ordering a coffee, right? So yeah, there we go. For those of you who are new to my live stream, welcome to my live stream. What is this live stream about? Every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe here in Istanbul. Yes, this is beautiful Istanbul in Turkey. Yeah? And we sit down in a beautiful place. I show you guys the place, and then we just basically talk about life. Oh, I show you interesting stuff like this. See, this is the famous street dogs of Istanbul. See, these street dogs are all registered by the state, by the way. You cannot just bring them home, you know. These are literally state property, and they are all big and huge and honestly quite frightening looking. Good morning, Kylie. Wow, I'm so glad to see all of these usual names back on my program. And today we are at Divine Brazil. Well, today I look like crap. I'm at Divine, this very charming little terrace here. Oh, the street dog is here. Oh. You know, street dogs are like kings. Street dogs and street cats are like kings here in Istanbul. Okay, they can go anywhere. They can go in any restaurants and nobody will stop them. And this is a very lovely neighborhood here. Here's the restaurant. And you see a lot, and yet another breakfast cafe just beside this restaurant here. This is Divine where I am today. Maybe tomorrow I'll go there. Tomorrow I'll stream from there. Okay, tomorrow I'll stream from there. Maybe on those seats there. Brian, you colored your hair when you were in Korea, not doing it anymore? I'm still dyeing my hair. Look at that. It's still slightly yellow. But I don't go for extreme color anymore because lately Limpeh don't like me looking too young. You know, honestly, she really want me to look more normal. And honestly, I don't really care if my hair is yellow or black as long as it's not graying. So, well, if it makes her happy and I don't really care and I don't really mind, so it's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I really like this angle. This is a beautiful angle, yeah. And this is a very typical Turkish style breakfast where it's mainly about the egg and bread. Egg and bread is like the Turkish staple, you know. Yeah, I know, right? I look very, very young. I look very, very young in brown hair. That's why Limpeh don't want me in brown hair anymore. Look too young. I'm looking too young for her. In a way, it's happening. And it's the olive. Olive is such a big thing in Turkish cuisine. I think more than the breakfast itself, I love the setting. Not like super quiet. There's a lot of vehicles going around, but it's very serene, you know. Oh, leisurely. Wow. Got a message from my unexpected friend. Take a look. Oh, if you guys have, oh my God! If you guys have been following my morning chat, you know that 2 days ago morning, I met a English gentleman who came here for 12 years, right? And today, he's right here across the street, Mr. Colin. Oh my goodness! Why are we always together? Why are we running into each other?
I need to go to school.
Oh, okay.
But I can come back in 10 minutes or so.
This is crazy. This is Mr. Collins. If you please be on your way. Mr. Collins, when I was streaming 2 days ago in Ministries of Coffee, he was sitting beside me, and then we talked about certain things, and he was literally the first guest star on my channel. And today, I run into him as well again. He's from Liverpool. After working here for 6 months, he got married with a Turkish lady, and since then it's been 12 years here, and they have a beautiful kid which they are sending to school right now over there. I'm just so excited to see him here. I'm so excited. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, it looks like today's live stream is gonna be very interesting. I guess it's gonna be on the stream, and then we're gonna be able to. He's a world traveler. If you think I'm well traveled, Mr. Collins is way more traveled. He backpacked the whole Thailand, backpacked the whole India when he was just 18, 19, 20 years old. Oh. Good morning, B, and welcome back to my live stream. Today I am in the beautiful Paris here. Divine Brasserie. Nobody's here because most people are sitting inside. Very beautiful setting. I like this natural setting here, just underneath the tree right here. This is a very beautiful autumn tree. So I like this very lovely, very chic setting. And because this is not a cafe, this is a restaurant. So I ended up ordering a breakfast. Oh, Auntie Connie, welcome! You're eating too much this morning. Oh, I got no choice because this is a restaurant, and I'm actually ordering the least thing here, you know. The real Turkish breakfast is like boom, whole table. This is kind of like, yeah, I'm making a lot of sacrifice, yeah, Auntie Connie, to do this live stream. I'm sacrificing money and my belly. And B, good afternoon from Singapore. Good morning from Istanbul. Today, I'm having a little breakfast set here in this lovely restaurant. And you guys know that I started my live stream about half an hour later than usual. So this is a change in my routine right now. Before, when I used to start half an hour earlier, I found that most of you actually come on half an hour later. You know, so we didn't have a lot of chance to talk about a lot of things. But now you guys know I work according to a routine, right? If you don't, please look at my video called How I Maintain My Discipline, okay? Basically, every day I have a fixed timetable, a fixed routine. And therefore, I just manage the routine and repeat the routine every day. And so, what I did is I moved some of the things that I'm supposed to do in the early afternoon to right after my morning yoga. So I spend about half an hour, 45 minutes in the morning doing my stuff that I'm supposed to do in the afternoon, and therefore leave home for half an hour late. And you can do this at this very good time where, see, it's 15 minutes into the stream and already like 16 of you are on. And yeah. And joining me for the first time, you're in luck because today is not just me. Today, I'm gonna have a friend join me in this live stream today, later on after he sent his kid to school. He's a Liverpool English gentleman who has been living here, married with a Turkish lady for 12 years. So they just sending their kid to school, and he's been everywhere around the world. Such an interesting man with lots of interesting stories to tell. Izan, good morning all. Izan, good morning. Wow, so it's so nice to see all these familiar names, right? Pepe Frog, there you go. Pepe Frog, Mr. Colin is here again today. Mr. Colin will be joining me. You know, if you guys have been tuning in every single morning, you know, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, when I was streaming from a cafe called Ministry of Coffee, I met an Englishman from Liverpool, and just now he just passed by again. So he said he's running back in 10 minutes time. We're gonna have a guest star today. Oh, good morning, John. Mr. Colin. For those of you, this is why I cannot have a proper breakfast for this live stream. I've never like just seated and eating, and I just gotta show you guys everything. Again, for those of you who just joined the live stream, welcome to my morning live coffee chat in Istanbul, where every morning I bring you guys to a new lovely cafe here in Istanbul, get a coffee, sit down and chit chat about life, about experiences and everything, yeah. And so here, here's where I am today in Divine Jazz and Brazil. Boom. So this is the terrace out here, and because it's a restaurant, this is a restaurant and not a cafe. And Mr. Colin from 2 days ago, you guys remember Mr. Colin from 2 days ago? I know Pepe Frog remembers. Yeah, Pepe Frog. Mr. Colimus. Please have a seat. Okay. So today we're gonna have a special guest star. So maybe you like to sit on the left side, because I found a really good angle for the camera on the right, on this side here.
Sure.
Yep. So have you had coffee breakfast?
No, I've had tea over there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, over there. I want to try over there as well. So over there, that's another breakfast place. It's a buffet place.
It's a buffet. It's cheap. It's very cheap and very nice.
Yeah, for
Very fast.
oh yes.
Because in Turkey, you know, people coming to work, so they need to drink, eat, go.
Yeah.
Cheap.
I mean, I'm so happy to like. He's so excited to see me streaming here, and literally after sending his kid to school, he just rushed over. Oh, and again, I'll really introduce you guys to this very amazing guy. Why? This guy has you guys think I'm well traveled? Check this guy out. This guy will blow your mind. This guy is super travel. I'm well traveled. He's super travel. He's literally been everywhere in the world. Literally like Oh, you know, let me get you a coffee or something.
A chai. It's chai.
Oh, a chai.
So it's chai.
And like Shishish, yes, Shishish, you're from India. Dude,
I lived in India.
Dude, basically it's been everywhere in India, like everywhere, down to the last gutter. He's been there.
I traveled to India for 30 years, so.
Whoa, India for 30 years.
My friends are Indian in Gujarat, so I always base myself in Gujarat and travel around India by bus and by train or cargo buses, cheapest and fastest way.
Yeah, not luxury tour, not
luxury, no.
tourist kind of thing, yeah.
Overnight cargo buses, so
Yeah.
half the seats are removed and they carry cargo, and you can get a very cheap ticket and you can travel.
Man.
That's how I travel in India.
This is how this man travels, okay? and like some of you keep telling me like, you know, oh, I have no money for travel, you know, I need money to travel. Hey, check this guy out, okay?
I spent in 1 year equivalent of about $2,300 in 1 year. 2,300
per year you can travel the world, okay? This is
in India.
Right, in India.
For that much.
Okay, Brian, buy him a coffee. Yeah, he's a tea drinker, so we're just getting we're getting the Turkish chai, which you will never see me drink, so at least we got to see what the Turkish chai is about today. And Brian, share some exciting adventures, please. This from Singapore. Pepe Frog, Mr. Colimus colonized Mars. Yeah, colonist joke. Pepe Frog is from Eastern Europe, in the border of Belarus, so.
Okay. I used to work in Romania for 6 years.
Oh, you worked in Romania for 6 years?
Yes, until the pandemic.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, you told me, yes.
So every 2 weeks I used to fly to Romania
Oh,
to work for a week or two.
wow.
For 6 years I did that.
Yeah, so, like, how do you like Turkey? So you're mainly based in Turkey right now, right?
No, I live in Turkey, yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. And
So I came for 6 months, I stayed for 12 years.
There
because
you
I
go.
met my wife and now we've got a child and so life is here. But I don't work in Turkey, I work around the world.
so Mr. Colin works online as well, and basically based here in Turkey. Sorry, I like to eat and talk, you know. Very bad manner guy, you know. And oh, for those of you wondering, right, this is Turkish chai. Okay.
Traditional Turkish chai, the glass traditionally is very small and thin.
Oh.
But this is the so
But this-
when I first came to Turkey, everybody drank from these very small slimline, slimline, very small glasses. Then the glass increased to a medium size. Now then, this you could call this a grande. It's a big glass.
So-
It's not the traditional size.
So the chai glass reflects the economic growth, yeah? Probably. So are you saying that?
So you could say also, yes, you could say also that probably 12 years ago the people were not as hefty and there weren't such cholesterol problems as there might be now in Turkey. But I'm not saying there are. I don't know if there are.
No, so are we saying okay?
Prosperity brings cholesterol also, you know.
Yeah, and this is probably a really bad joke, okay? But is Turkey in the direction where we're gonna see the glass string a little bit again?
It could well do. It could well do, you know.
Okay, I know it's a very bad joke. Okay, if you're from Turkey, I'm very sorry. I apologize for it. But you know, lately Turkey has been in a lot of economic problems and hyperinflation going on. I didn't know until someone told me. You know, I didn't really care. And yeah, so because if you check the price of US dollar versus lira over the past 5 years, it's just been boom. You know, just 1 year here in Istanbul so far, my spending power has increased by 30%. Right? Yeah, that means my rental and everything like reduced by 30% in 1 year. 30% is a lot. Okay, DCM, how much money he makes? Oh man, this is a very rude question to ask DCM. Okay, I know DCM is a very young chap in Singapore, and there are certain things like in society. There are certain questions you don't just ask people like that. Okay, I know like young people these days you don't care, but there's certain social etiquette that is good to follow. Like you don't ask ladies their age, you don't ask guys how much they make. But of course, this varies from country to country because back in Korea, everybody asks everybody how much they make. Like on the first time they meet someone, they ask two things. The first time in Korea, you meet someone like Mr. Colin. Oh hi, like I'm meeting you for the first time. And then first thing I ask is, what's that? How old are you? The first question is always how old are you? The first taboo question in the rest of the world. In Korea, the first thing we ask is how old are you?
And that's okay.
Yeah. Why?
How much we earn in Europe and in the US, you don't ask people that.
Yes, exactly.
But I can say pre-pandemic, I was earning a very big salary, and now I'm earning nowhere near what I earned before, but I'm earning a good salary, so it's okay. I can survive. You know.
Yeah,
I
actually.
don't have any debts at all, so
Debt free is the way.
life for me is easy.
You know, a lot of people tell me they struggle financially, but you know,
You only struggle if you have a credit card.
exactly, you only struggle when you're in debt. You know, I'm debt free as well, and you know, and I find that generally people who keeps telling me that they are all stressed out over money,
Yes.
they tend to be people with a lot of debt. Tend to be people with a lot of debt. Like you think it's natural to get into debt. It's not natural. It's not natural at all. You're literally like putting a shackle on your own. And look at Mr. Colin. Look at me. People would know that we don't care. We don't give a fuck. We wear whatever we want. We do whatever we like. We have money today. We eat more. No money tomorrow. I eat less. You know. Yeah. Let's just eat. You know. No pressure. No strain. So. But if you have a lot of debt, you cannot afford to have less money than you have today. Because why? You have to service your debt. So again, I keep telling young people, don't get into debt too early. I know in Singapore, there's a tendency for young people to get into early debt. The moment you get your first job in Singapore, it makes it so easy for you to get your first house and your first car. That's it. Your life is over.
I think a car. I think not a car. I believe an investment debt is okay.
Yeah.
if you don't stretch yourself. But everybody's first property is frightening and is maybe a little bit difficult. But 2 or 3 years down the line, and 2 or 3 years pass very fast, then life gets easier. And if you invest your money into a mortgage, I don't see that as a major crisis type debt. But credit cards and huge credit card bills, just to have clothes and even cars beyond your means,
Especially
are a means
cars.
to nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you can't afford to leave your job, you can't afford to lose your job. Whereas in my case, in the pandemic, we lost our income overnight, and it didn't frighten us because we had savings, but also because we had very little debt. We had a mortgage. The first thing we did, as it dragged on for a few months, we cleared our mortgage with the savings we had, and then we had enough money to survive for 2 years.
You know, like car debt, especially in Singapore, is so ridiculous because cars in Singapore is so ridiculously expensive. Like that, average car like this is gonna cost like $150,000.
Wow.
That stupid car over
I mean,
there.
a car in Turkey also is very expensive because of the government taxes. But in Europe, cars are not expensive, and it's easy to go and buy a car on credit, and the credit is not expensive also.
Oh.
Credit in Turkey also is very expensive, so that's why the second-hand car value is almost the price of a
New car.
new car.
Oh.
Yes.
And of course in America, like second-hand cars are ridiculously cheap. I can buy a 5-year-old Camry for just $2,000. No debt.
Yes. In Europe.
In Europe, so okay. Pepe Frog, Latvia welcomes you. You want fish?
I don't mind.
Have you been to Latvia? Maze, good morning Limpeh, good morning. And today I'm here with Mr. Colin, whom I met in my live stream two days ago. I think May you were on the stream as well. And today we didn't ask each other out. I was just streaming here in this lovely terrace, and boom, he just passed by.
We were sat over there.
He was sat over. He was like opposite over there. It's
Because
crazy.
my daughter goes to the play school, and so we come here some mornings just to have a tea and to give her a little toast before she plays.
Or was I being really noisy? That's why you noticed me.
No, my wife saw you,
Oh, wow, sharp eyes.
and she couldn't remember your name. So she said Jackie Chan's over there.
no.
She calls you Jackie Chan.
Everybody calls me Jackie Chan.
That she couldn't remember, so
No,
she said Jackie
exactly.
Chan's over there.
So everybody here calls me Jackie Chan.
Ah.
Even the pub owners around the area, the grocery owners, they all call me Jackie
That's a
Chan.
compliment. So
I don't know, because my
nice.
nose is big.
it's
I know.
amazing. So
Yeah.
people trying to think of how to explain you if
Yes,
they don't remember
yes.
your name.
Yes.
Naturally, we'll call you Jackie Chan.
Yeah, everybody calls me Jackie Chan here.
It's not an insult, not at all.
I know, but the interesting thing is nobody knows my name, not any one of my people, and you will not see my name mentioned anywhere on my social media, YouTube, everywhere, anywhere. No, my legal name is never out there. So you guys, some of you guys think you know my name from Facebook. I'm gonna tell you, even that is not. None of that is in my passport. You look at my passport, you see a completely different name. Okay, names are
But
important.
that's also because of your origin, also because you're of Chinese origin. So many people in Asia give themselves a Westernized name,
Yeah.
but especially of Chinese origin, they always take a Western name
Yeah.
to explain themselves. don't
Yes,
they?
easier.
When
Yeah.
you see their official name, Li Quan, or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
it's a completely different name, you know.
Okay, let's take a look. DCM, do you like KFC? No, I hate KFC. It tastes like fake meat. Do you like KFC?
No, I don't eat any really fast food because I don't understand in Turkey also how the likes of the fast food places, KFC, McDonald's, even get people in them. When Turkish food is so nice.
Exactly, and cheap. You get
It's cheap.
Yeah.
Because there are on every street. I always say on every street in every town in Turkey you can find food, and you can always find food 24 hours a day. Somewhere you can find food, and always you can find also somebody to deliver it.
Yeah. Delivery services are big
Yes.
here. So big. Okay, I like if I really want to push it, I never have to leave home. I can eat everything. I can order everything online.
So where I live in Besiktas, there are something like 400 cafes, bars, coffee houses all around my house, all within the space of maybe a 1.5 kilometer radius.
Yes.
400.
he lived in Beşiktaş area, which I mentioned before is the really the pub and nightlife area of this part of Istanbul. You go there, no matter how late at night, it's always roaring with music.
Yes. Not so much nightlife, but it's alive, you know. Istanbul is also alive, it doesn't really sleep. But there are some very quiet streets here also.
Oh yes, like here,
At
even
night
here.
time, this is very quiet here.
Yes.
But also, Turkey generally is a very safe country. And as long as you're respectful to the people, you get so much respect and help back.
Oh yes. You
So-
know, the first thing when I came to Turkey that really impressed me about the people here in Istanbul was I was just standing at the corner of the street not knowing what to do, and then two dudes across the street just called me over and gave me chai and chatted with me.
Yes.
Wow, just gave me tea, gave me
They're
bread
very
and
hospitable.
super hospitable.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we have a question here. Brian, UK or Turkey, main cultural differences?
Main cultural differences.
UK, first,
Yes.
UK or Turkey? Do you like UK or Turkey?
Well, I'm British, so I'm also Turkish. I've got Turkish nationality also. But of course, I'm British. Home is home for everybody. So where you're from, no matter how do we say, how developed or undeveloped, whether you're from a big wealthy city or you're from a desert, home is home. People always want to go back. They always think fondly of their home. Whether they can go there or want to go back there.
Do you still feel a very strong sense of attachment to UK?
Yes.
Even
Yes.
do you go back often?
No. I used to go back often, and I used to go there for business also. I've got property in the UK also, so we have a house still in the UK that we live in.
I see.
I have a company in the UK also, but it's difficult because of my travels for work. It was difficult before to go back. Now the pandemic is just easing. Now I will start to travel for work again, and we will start to spend more time there also.
I see.
But I prefer. I'm English, so I prefer England. I would always say that. But I like it here. From the very first day I got off the plane here, I really felt comfortable in Turkey.
Oh, that was really how I felt. Like, you know, when I go to some countries before, even when I went to Paris, the moment I got off the plane, I just feel this
Strange.
sense of, like, oh
Yes.
shit, you know, something may just happen.
Turkey doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't feel like that at all. You know, one of you actually asked me in my videos, one of my videos, you're saying, you were asking, is it safe to change money in Turkish airports? Do you feel
You
unsafe?
should not change your money in the airport. For advice for anybody that comes to Turkey, you should not change your money in the airport unless you need a little small change for a taxi or to survive the first day. You should wait till you go on the streets and either go into a bank to change your money, because banks have very good exchange rates, or the street exchange booths called dubbies. But if you notice up the top street, Mecidiyekköy, there are lots of exchange booths and very different exchange rates.
I see.
But none of them are ripping you off. They're all very good exchange rates compared to what you would get in your home country or at the airport.
So
I would recommend you go to a bank or you go to an exchange bureau on the street. They're very good. There are no commissions paid, so the price that you see as the exchange rate is the price you will get as a return in your currency.
So even if you can, don't change in the airport. That's a
And don't change all your money in your home country.
pro
You
advice.
would do much better here.
You get better rates here in
Even
Turkey.
from an ATM, and you pay, even if you use your debit card
Yes.
in an ATM to take local currency,
Yes.
and you pay your foreign exchange fee
Yes.
and
yes.
your overseas transaction fee
Yes.
with your debit card, with your bank provider, you will still get a better exchange rate here.
Yeah. You know, I survive by taking money from ATM machine, and each time I take money from ATM machine, I'm not only am I getting the loss from the exchange rate, I'm also paying between 6 to 8% commission, and every bank is different. So if you're here with an ATM card, you really need to research which bank gives you the best rate. Put the card in, you tell you're supposed to pay 6% extra. Okay, cancel, go to the next ATM, try again, see what rate they give you. If it's better, do it. You know.
Why, instead of doing that, maybe a better way, I'm not sure if I'm correct here, but if you're transferring a large amount of money in the thousands, is to pay, in the UK, it's about £9.50 to send the money from your bank and £9.50 to receive it in a receiving bank here.
Oh, so just do
So
a
you
bank
pay that-
transfer.
So you pay that £19 transfer fee, but then you have hard cash, and then you can go into any exchange place and get the very much better exchange
I
rate.
see.
You can do it that way also.
Wow, pro tip again, pro tip on how to get money here in Istanbul. The best way is not what I do, which is the lazy way of getting from the ATM. Of course, this applies when you're living here like a longer term. That if you're here for a week, I don't think it really matters.
Bring it with you.
Yeah. Okay, Pepe Frog. First question. When you meet someone, his questions are usually like rubbish questions. Okay. Do you prefer to give me cigarettes or money for? Oh shit. Sorry, I just clicked on the wrong button and it went away. Oh well, never mind. Next.
Can you not go back?
No, because just now I
Ask you to resend it.
yeah, Pepe. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, Pepe Frog. Do you prefer to give me cigarettes or money or cigarettes? Hand over your wallet or this bow sing a tango.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. We never have to understand Pepe Frog. We just have to acknowledge that he exists. So Yasmin, two wise men. So we're one wise man short.
Okay.
Okay, Patrick. Oh, Patrick, welcome. This is Patrick O from Singapore. Oh, no menu items. And he spent 13 years in China. And oh, my long lost brother looks like me. Oh, he looks like you. He's all bold and everything as well. And yeah, for those of you who are wondering, this is Limpeh with Mr. Collins. If you have been watching my live stream 2 days ago, I met Mr. Collins 2 days ago in my live stream in another cafe, and today we just run into each other. And here we are today at the lovely terrace here. Wow, look at that. Looks so comfy, beautiful. In a quiet little neighborhood here in Istanbul. It's a rather warm autumn morning here in Istanbul. It's closing to 18 to 20 degrees Celsius today. Yeah, so as you can see, Mr. Collins, this is autumn, and look at how he's dressed. He's in short sleeve and short.
You see me? I'm walking 8 kilometers every morning.
And I actually dress a lot. If you have been following my live stream, you know, like I've been wearing my padded jacket, but you see today is just this. A peaceful neighborhood. For the first time, welcome to my live stream. And this is where I bring you guys to a different cafe or restaurant every single morning here in Istanbul, and then we get a coffee, sit down, chat about life, chat about anything, you know, chat about travels, whatever, you know, whatever we can talk about, we talk about. And today we have a very honored to have a very special guest star who just very accidentally walked by. He was actually having breakfast on the other side, and sent his daughter to school, and here we are. Mr. Collins from Liverpool, UK, a man who had traveled the world but came here for a 6 months work trip and ended up living here for 12 years. Married here with a beautiful kid. Oh, amazing family. You guys need to learn how his philosophy of raising children is just amazing. It just creates such beautiful and connected children. You know, like, I'm gonna show you guys what children look like these days, okay? You may be offended, I don't care. But this is how children look like these days.
Ah, yes.
Don't talk to me, Papa!
Not just children, adults also. Yeah.
This is sad. And I really like Mr. Collins' philosophy, where like you don't allow your child to play with mobile devices and electronic devices.
She's 2.5 years old in 2 weeks' time. She'll be 2.5 years old, and the doctors here, the health people, when you take the child to see the health people, and they talk about their development and they measure them and so on, weigh them, the doctor advises that it's not, it's like the policy here, they advise not to let the child watch TV until they're 3 years old. Lots of people here even don't abide by that. They they let the child watch all these Peppa Pig and so on, these programs. But we followed that, and we decided that we're very active people. We're always out, we're always walking, we're always going somewhere, doing something. So we decided we live in a great city with so much to see and do that we don't need to sit at home and watch TV, which we never did anyway, because we're travellers, and we can occupy, all three of us, by going out, doing things, taking part in, and just generally enjoying where we live. It doesn't cost money to go out and walk and find things to do and see, and to distract her from sitting down watching the TV. So she doesn't ever notice the TV. We never have the TV on also when she's awake, and she's not interested in mobile phones or tablets, and for that reason we believe she's very developed. People say she's very developed. She speaks 2 languages, obviously.
Yeah.
Fluently. Also.
English and Turkish, like first languages, English and Turkish,
Yes.
not first and second language.
Exactly. She can change between languages in conversation, and she probably doesn't know she's doing it.
Even I can do that. I can change mid-conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she seems to have enough going on in her life to not ever, even when other children are sat watching a cartoon on the TV, she has no interest in the TV at this stage. And we're trying to keep it that way because we believe that going forward, life is about living and what we can find on the streets and so on to see and to do. And that's education, not sitting isolationist, just putting your face into a screen and cutting the outside world off. And for that reason, we believe she will develop much better.
And really, what impresses me when I first met Colin's daughter was that she's so connected with people. Yes. She's so into people. She'll look at you and she'll study you. She'll try to communicate with you. Rather than a lot of kids these days, you see that they're trying to avoid people. They don't want eye contact with you. They just want to, papa, mama to finish this crap they are doing, and then they can go back to their own world. But his daughter at 2 years old, speaking 2 languages, so connected with people, so much life in her eyes.
At the school she's at, it's a play school, but they also teach. They teach as part of like a game. They're teaching some activities. So one are social activities like play and so on. Some are maybe to help them speak, to say letters and numbers and so on. But she can already count. She's already able to count. So the next one is they will start to teach French.
Wow.
I'm shocked. But
at what age?
She's 2.5, so she's not 2.5 yet. So, and she will start to learn French in the next few weeks. They will do French in the lessons.
So at 2.5 years old, she's speaking as first language English and Turkish, and learning French as a second language. Guys,
I'm amazed.
Are you guys like? Do you guys see how much, like, how underdeveloped we are human beings versus the new human beings now?
But the thing is, and this is, we've noticed true, is the child is like a sponge. So basically it absorbs like water, sponge and water. Yes. So it absorbs. So in its period of where it's wanting to learn, its mind is wanting to learn, the more you throw at it, the more it absorbs. It absorbs something from everything it learns, or that's thrown at it. And so it's obvious that with languages, anybody even speaking a different language, they will figure out what some of the words mean.
Oh yes,
and they will pick up that language.
Yes,
because
much easier.
We never sat down and taught her how to say words or anything. And every day she also surprises us when she says, when she replies to us with a sentence that we don't
never
know
told her
that she would be aware of. And she does that quite often. So that's her development, very capable and obviously listening and absorbing what the people around her are saying. And for that reason, as adults, obviously we shouldn't swear around her. We try not to be angry around her and so on. So
like for those of you with kids like B, I'm not sure if you're still watching. Such a I can't even call it modern anymore, because I think the modern way of bringing up children is completely wrong, and I think he's got like going back to the really basics of humanity, like bringing children up the human way, encouraging his is to connect with people, connect with nature, connect with physical activity, connect with the world, not connect with the
But education is not about a degree, is it?
education is
Education
not
also is
about a
life,
degree.
you know?
Exactly.
And so, like in my case, I believe that an awful lot of my experience in life is from my travels. Travel the world, meeting different people, eating different foods, and gaining experience and also adventure from that.
Oh, and we have a question from DCM. This is the kind of question DCM asks. What's your business and money tips or stories? He's all about trying to make money.
Business. Your business doesn't matter. So I come from the automotive business and the casting business, so hot metals and so on, and metallurgy and that kind of thing originally. And then latterly, I've been building factories, making production systems, developing, designing production systems and implementing them, leading projects, property. I've been into property, my own property, and now we will go into trading. So we will start to trade. So we will trade a UK business. We will trade in the Middle East also, and we will set up warehousing in the US also.
The good old Silk Road.
But not from China, no. I don't want to trade from China. Not because I don't like China or anything, because the pandemic has shown that it's a high risk, even for large businesses with a huge supply chain. It's high risk to bring your product a long way. So this is more about local sourcing and trading local source products. Maybe the margins are not as great, but the risk is less. Because nowadays, even big companies during the pandemic or prior to the pandemic thought they were doing risk assessments. Well, obviously, many of them failed because they didn't take into account if a global pandemic came along,
something like this,
what would happen. And so now everybody's learning that they will move closer to their supply base, or move their supply base closer to them.
Just a question from me, like, you've been pretty much everywhere. I know this is probably going to be a hard question, but which is your favorite place to be so far? Like the absolute.
But there are some great places. I don't dislike any place that I've been to because, and I'm not talking about fantastic rich cities because that doesn't really interest me. But this is a rich city in culture. Turkey also a rich country because the people are fantastic.
The people. I love the people
food is great.
so much. I love
and it's
Istanbul.
very safe in Turkey, you know. So of all the countries I've been to, I told you I prefer Malaysia as it's the first place I went to far away.
Oh, Malaysia!
And I travelled by bus all around Malaysia.
Wow, we have a few Malaysians here.
Oh, Malaysia's a lovely country. But the last time we went there, on my honeymoon, from Singapore to Malaysia into Thailand.
And he's been to Singapore?
Many times.
Many times?
And I was shocked by Malaysia.
You need
but
to
it's
get one of
development.
those.
It's development, and I respect development. But
You need to get one of this.
but they'd started to build motorway systems, and they're digging up the plantations and putting roads through them.
The set thing.
It was like my old memories of Malaysia, you know. Now got a motorway through the middle of it, but it's still a beautiful country. It's fantastic. Love it.
We get B. She's a mother in Singapore. Hi Limpeh. Talking about language, I stumbled upon your channel because you're sharing. Oh, so you came to my channel because of my Korean language videos. Oh, I see. So everybody comes to my channel with very different reasons. B, can you share if there is a standard system of converting Mandarin Hokkien into? No, there is a close relation between the phonetics of Chinese and Korean, but there is no consistent way to translate between the vocabulary. For example, if you say a lot of sounds in Chinese that are e tends to become or o in Korean, means Chinese will sound very high tune. Chinese will sound Korean will sound
That's similar to Turkic languages. So the Turkish national here going to a Turkic country, they don't necessarily speak Turkish, but they speak maybe 15 or 20% Turkish, like Uzbekistan. But they pronounce the words exactly the same as you've explained, with an I becomes an O.
Oh,
so
something
on.
like that, yeah.
And so sometimes even for people here, when they go there, they don't quite understand what the people are saying. You have to step back and listen again. And they're saying the same word as they say in Turkey, but with an O instead of an I.
Yes. Something like that, yeah. So I think that for countries that are very geographically close to each other, the language tends to be extremely close as well. And it's like kind of like phonetically, you can just convert from one language to another, but not the grammar structure though. B, I live in Korea for 6 months. Oh, I think something is happening. Maybe one.
No, it's okay.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Because we can
No, it's okay.
shift.
The man would like us to move. We can move. It's no problem.
Yeah, because we can shift over there, no
he
problem.
said no, it's okay.
Okay, you live in Korea for 6 months in 2004. B, thanks for sharing. So no need to look. but you've been to Seoul a lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
Not Seoul. No, I've never been to Seoul. Never been to Korea.
Oh, you've never been.
My wife.
Ah,
was
your
working in
wife.
Korea.
Yes. That's right.
But she used to go to Korea, to Seoul and to Busan. But
Yeah.
I used to go to. My work used to take me to China, and I used to.
Oh,
go
which
to,
part? Oh, Guangzhou, Shenzhen. Yeah, I remember.
No, all over. I was based in Guangzhou, but my work took me to Hebei and Hubei. So I used to fly from Guangzhou constantly. But more recently, we spent a lot of time every year in Hong Kong. Because our business was in China and in Hong Kong, and we would meet in Hong Kong when she came from Korea and so on.
The last time I was in Hong Kong was like what, 2013 or something. 2014. That was the last time I was in Hong Kong.
I love Hong Kong. It's fantastic. Again, to walk around. I walk everywhere in Hong Kong.
B, I will look into learning Korean when I'm less busy one day. Oh, no. B, I'm very practical about everything in life. Okay, I don't do things that I don't waste time on things that I don't need in life. Do you need that language? Honestly, who needs to speak Korean? Very few people need to. If my family's not Korean, I don't care about Korean language. I gotta be very honest with you. If I do not have the prospects that I have to be living in Korea long term one day, I really don't care. And if my family's not Korean and I have to speak Korean every day, honestly, I don't care. I don't care about I won't bother with the language. Just like I don't bother with a lot of languages because I don't need to use them, So I think a lot of people like take language learning like a kind of joke or kind of a hobby. It's good to know a lot of language, yes. But why not invest your time into learning a language that is more useful? I don't know, but it's just me. I'm a utilitarian. I always say this. If you are into language learning, first language you need to master is English, 100%. After you get English down 100%, go Mandarin. After you get these 2 down 100%, then you go Spanish. You do these 3, then you consider the rest, Because these 3 are the biggest and most important languages in the world today. What do you think? Yeah, but it's
I agree,
me.
actually, yes. And then French.
And French.
French still a number of parts of the world are speaking.
Oh, and Africa. Africa speaks French
or
as
if you
well.
wanted to. Hindu also. Yeah, Hindi, is it? Not Hindu. Hindi.
B, Korean and Malay learn to prevent dementia. Maybe, yes. I gotta kind of put this here a little bit. Guys, I really need to you see, it's all turning cold. I really need to try to finish this a little bit. It's all ice cold right now. No, in autumn you can't really have food in front of you for too long. I'll try to finish this up a little bit.
Where I come from, we always eat food hot.
Oh yeah.
That's because it's cold.
Oh.
Meaning the atmosphere is cold. But here, it's not a problem to sit there with a hot meal and let it go cold and still eat it. And it
Really?
Yes. Because people here go out to talk and they pick at a meal. So
Oh yeah.
a hot meal obviously goes cold and it's still enjoyable to eat.
I'm so impressed. I'm so surprised to see that people have meals and coffee for hours here. Wow.
Yes, Turkish culture is about tea, isn't it? They do everything with tea. They rush to work in the morning so they can have tea. They always stop for breaks. they always stop for a break for tea, constant. Everything in their life revolves around tea. Always. I think in China also, but it's not so noticeable. In Chinese culture, maybe also Japanese culture, it's a lot more low key, but they drink tea. But in Turkey, everything revolves around tea.
And yeah, I'm like a hardcore coffee drinker, like super hardcore. Yeah, it's been 55 minutes, and really thank you guys for joining me today, and really thank Mr. Colin for spotting me from across the street. We met each other 2 days ago, and today we meet again. 우연히 진짜 우연히 쌓여서 막 뭔가 있을 것 같아. So when you start to meet people randomly, like randomly, time and again, something is going on. Fate is pushing the two people in a certain direction. I'm very excited to see.
Well, next I'm going to ask for appearance money.
Huh?
Next I'm going to ask for appearance money.
I'll share the earnings with you. I don't earn much, but I'll share.
But we've got a planned trip also. Remember?
Exactly. So we plan to go.
A plan like a little walking trip.
And Mr. Colin's gonna take me around Istanbul, the far Istanbul on a walking trip. And so we will be able to stream for you guys as well.
Because you've never been, in 10 months, you've never been to any of the historical sites or seen anything. So we will start at some historical sites, but we will walk through some of what would have been at one time in Istanbul would have been villages, but now are part of the city, you know? Because there are lots of districts of this city that are very old, that would have at one time been outlying villages, and there is so much to see on the walk, so we can walk. It's quite a distance, but it'll be nice.
And I got myself a new pair of shoes.
You can maybe film it and put it on as a video instead of a complete live stream.
Yes.
It'll be hard carrying the.
Yeah. And I got myself a walk capable shoe at last. So, okay, Brian, have a good one both. Stay safe. Keisha, I love tips on traveling hacks, especially from new people you meet. Oh, you know, I attract as interesting people. I keep saying, the people you meet in your life is a matter of what kind of people you tend to attract. I tend to attract very interesting people. And today, my magical magnetism has attracted Mr. Colin to this very place again.
Well, you will meet if you travel, and that's the same thing again. If you travel and don't pick up your phone and lock yourself into your phone, if you travel and with an open mind, you generally always meet people, and you generally always meet people that want to help you, want to show you something, and want to give you an experience of that place. So if you get out and about, basically, you will always meet people. Like backpacking, like I've backpacked for many years also. You stay in hostels, you travel with somebody going in the same direction as you the next day, and you get so far in the road and they go left and you go right, and then that night you meet somebody else and you travel again, and so on and so forth. It continues. And,
so if you in future, if we still can get Mr. Collins on the stream, you guys have like backpacking questions, and he's the master of backpacking. He's the master of going somewhere and figuring it out.
I've done a lot of it.
He's the master of figuring things out on the feet, playing by ear. It's incredible. DCM, got any advice on new starter business person? This guy's always asking about
business person.
Always talking about money.
Try lots of things. Don't get yourself in big debt to do it. Start small. At the end of the day, you only need money, first of all, it's to pay your bills, if you don't have big bills, and then you work from there. Don't be impatient, and don't take big risks. Risk evaluate everything.
Don't get into debt, don't take big risks, start small, start slow, and you'll be fine, DCM. You're still young. DCM, you're super young. When you're this young, you can never fail. Okay, so just don't worry about everything. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about success. Like Mr. Colin says, try everything. You're so young.
Yes, it doesn't matter what your degree is or your high school education. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need a degree.
Good night, then.
You don't need a degree to do lots of things. You need an open mind, and you need a little bit of a clear head.
Oh,
and a vision to do what you do.
interesting question, Keisha. Does Colin send
No.
his kid to international
No.
school? Is it expensive?
No. She doesn't go to international. She goes to play school because she's 2.5 years old. So she goes with normal children. In the future, she may go to an international school simply because it will give her an extra language again and a more of a broader education. What the future brings, I don't know. Where we will be, I don't know.
See, travelers tend to have the same attitude. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, we don't plan, but we just play by ear and react to whatever happens.
We plan to the point where we think, obviously now we don't think for us, we think for her. And so she needs to be stable and she needs to have a stable set of friends. So we shouldn't be pulling her here, there and everywhere. We don't move a lot. We lived in the same place and we've had 2 houses in Istanbul since I came here.
Oh.
And we only moved 300 meters. When we changed house, we moved 300 meters. And that's stability. So for her, the plan is also to give her a stable life where she has a stable set of friends and she can grow up with those people and enjoy life.
This is my question. Do you see, like, in future, would you bring her to be based here or in UK, or
That's for the future. That's what we don't know. So most definitely, Turkish family life is better than European family life because families are very close.
Interesting.
And they have generally bigger families also, so there are lots of brothers and sisters and cousins and so on. But obviously the UK gives I don't know about education. I think in some ways it's better, but opportunities, most definitely, more opportunities in that side. But that's for the future. We don't need to think about that now. So, so that's an open mind on that one. But yes, definitely, Turkey gives a better life regards family life.
So Alphas, good morning Alphas, we're just about ending. And B, to DC, I'm not sure if this is helpful. I'm a very low maintenance person and that's another way to retire early and spend time doing what you like to do. Yeah, if you spend very little money, then there's no need to work that hard to earn so much money. Like Limpeh said before, you earn enough to put food on table and some other necessity. Yeah, that's what I do. And so thank you guys for joining us this morning in beautiful autumn morning here in Istanbul. We are a very warm day today. You see, look at how he's dressed and look at how I'm dressed. But I'm dressing a lot lesser than I used to, okay? So this is Mr. Collins, and thank you so much for being on our stream today. We met 2 days ago during our live stream, and today accidentally we happened to be in the same area, and wasn't even planned, wasn't even set up. DCM say thanks, and yeah, I think DCM, yeah, I think that's those stuff are really the key things, the key takeaways. And see you guys tomorrow, same time. 안녕.